Potatoes. I grew up eating potatoes every day, and what I've done is set up some potatoes so I can tell you which potato to use for what dish. What I've done is a random group of all these potatoes you can buy in the local supermarket today here in Australia, right? If you're looking from around the world, you're going to see some different potatoes, but on average in Australia, this is pretty much year-round different types of potatoes, and they go from waxy on this side to dry and floury on this side. So what I'll do is start with these ones. Now, just your average white-washed potatoes, there's nothing particularly special or delicious about them. However, some of them you'll see varying colors of flesh, like that's quite yellow, and you can see the membrane in the middle of it. You got to cook these potatoes. These potatoes are designed to be cooked all the way through, like for example a baked potato or potatoes for salad, something like that. You don't want to undercook the potatoes because that vein that's in the middle will end up being really starchy. But those kind of potatoes, for me, mashed potatoes, you could put them on top of, you know, like your cottage pie or when they're sliced, or you could do a really rough champ or a mash. Something that is a lighter, not butter-rich mashed potato. You're kind of playing around this end of the market. Obviously great for baked potatoes. Fantastic for boulanger potatoes. If you're doing chips, these are a little bit watery, so stay away from frying them in any shape or form, whether it's chips or if you're making baby jams and stuff like that, you don't want to be doing them. These also come into their own a little bit with roasting is the other thing. So particularly when they've got that vein in there, you can see that the structure of the potato will hold together. Really what you're looking at there is a lot of starch. You can see just after I've cut it there, it's very white. So it'll cook dry is what that means. So if you're doing roast potatoes, parboil these, peeled, parboiled, rough them up in a colander, cover them in oil, get them in the oven. Because it's a drier style potato, it means you'll get more crunch, more crispiness. All right, next up, these are King Edwards. Now, King Edwards are like the baller all-round potato. If you don't know what to do and you're not sure and you can't remember, pick a King Edward. King Edward. King Edward. King Edward, coming to a potato store near you. King Edwards are crazy because when you have a look inside them, they're a very white potato. There's a very slight vein through the middle of them, but consequently, you can use them for literally anything. Peel them, turn them into chips. They are fantastic. Baked potatoes, beautiful. As I say, they're an all-rounder. The mashed potato you get out of these, it's okay for a cottage pie or a shepherd's pie, something like that, but you wouldn't want to be doing like a luxury French kind of mash with loads of butter in it, because you'll end up having a bit of a sort of soggy, weak, weird looking mash. It's the only thing I wouldn't use them for is mashed potato. Now these have got a number of different names here in Australia, weirdly. They're like Desiree potatoes, Red Royals. There's a few different names, and what you'll notice about these are Desiree potatoes in the UK are very yellow and quite waxy. These are white and a little bit waxy. So fantastic as a roast potato, great as boilers, brilliant for salads. So if you need a salad for the summertime, potato salad, these ones are a real go-to. They're brilliant. Again, it's an all-rounder. You could use these for chips as well. The structure of chips needs you're going to cook the potatoes for a long period of time, and then you want the outside of it to be crispy. So if they're too waxy, this is about as waxy as you want to go on a potato if you're doing potato chips, or chips as we call them where I come from. All right, here's a cool one. Purple Bliss. Have a look at the inside of this bad boy. Look at that. How cool is that? Now, these, apart from looking very cool and purple, will make a beautiful mashed potato. It doesn't, like, it's the potato flavor is exactly the same. Don't be put off by the color. Makes a great mashed potato. You can make brilliant chips with them. Mini baked potatoes are also fantastic. Again, it's an all-rounder. It's just that it's purple, which for some people can be a little bit off-putting.
So freaky purple mash, yeah?
Freaky purple mash, I mean, why not? You do a sweet potato mash, which is bright orange, so why not have a purple Sweet. What would you do? Do it at Halloween? I don't know why you would do that. But anyway, also salads, you know, a bit of colour in your potato salad. Some of those, pretty cool. Okay, now these guys are probably one of my favourite potatoes. They're Royal Blues. Royal Blues, look at the colour. Look how waxy it is compared to, for example, the King Edwards. Very, very waxy potato. Brilliant for a French style mash. So peeled, boiled, or cooked in the skins and taken out, pushed through a tammy while they're hot. You can only pass it off like through a tammy's like a drum sieve. You're only going to be able to mash these while they're still hot. If you let them go cold, it'll be elasticy. The starch will just turn your mashed potato into chewing gum. However, if you get it through while it's hot, hit it with some butter and a bit of milk, you'll have one of the best mashed potatoes you will ever eat. The flavor of these potatoes is also sensational. When you get into the waxy side, you're also heading down sort of salad territory, you know, cutting them up and boiling them. When they've got a little bit of waxiness in them like this, they hold the shape very, very well. So again, perhaps a soup, a minestrone, something like that. You can cook the potato in a curry or a soup and it will maintain its shape because it's waxy. Whereas some of the ones in the far end, the floury potatoes, they'll actually just fall apart because it's a drier style potato. Chips with these guys are not good. Waxy potatoes don't lend themselves to potato chips or hot chips. They're just no good. They become, the waxiness in them means that you end up with like a chewy hot chip. It's not very nice, trust me, don't do it. And then for a step up again in waxiness is a kifla. Now kifla potatoes are a very tight, waxy yellow potato. These traditionally are brilliantly used for potatoes. It's like the ultimate salad potato as a kifla. The shape of them also is fantastic. You know, you can peel them, cut them on an angle, and you've got a beautiful potato ready to go on a salad. The other weird thing about these is if you boil them first, whole, and then get them in a roasting pan with loads of herbs, loads of oil, loads of butter, you can get a beautiful roast potato. Don't expect it to be crunchy though, it won't be because it's waxy, but the flavor of the potatoes cooked in that style is absolutely brilliant. So next time you go into your supermarket, try and remember this video and try and remember them. You're kind of going, the basic thing to remember for me is the yellower it is, generally the waxier it is. You're looking at a French style mashed potato, you're looking at salad potatoes, or you're looking at potatoes that can go inside soup, stews, curries, etc. Then when you go travel towards the whiter, washed standard potato that you get in the supermarket, they're a drier potato. They'll go floury, but floury when you're roasting means crispiness. So that's my easy way to kind of judge what's going on with a potato. Even if I don't know the name of it, I can kind of work out what's best to use it for. Thanks for watching, and if you like that, please click subscribe because there's plenty more where that came from. Also, if there's a recipe that you actually want to see me make, chuck it in the comments below and we'll get around to it. Thanks for watching.